So in Charlottesville, we had the violence over the weekend, and 19 injured, 3 killed, 2 in an accident, and 1 by a domestic terrorist who ran her over, along with over a dozen people. So I wanted to give you guys context as to who these guys are, because the right wing will be busily pretending that they are not hateful. So I don't want you to be confused. So first of all, on Friday night, they gave us a preview where they came in with torches. Let's show you that. Some of these folks claim, well, no, we're not racist. We just showed up to protect Robert E. Lee's Confederate memorial, and we showed up with torches. Just probably a coincidence. I don't know. You might remember other guys with torches. Let's take a look at the next picture. Oh, they also had torches. Huh. What a wild coincidence. Yeah. So that seems believable. Well, then let's go to the things that they chanted to see if that gave us a clearer sense of who they were. They chanted "White Lives Matter," "Blood and Soil," which is a term that the Nazis used to chant, so that's great, and "Fuck you, faggots." So nothing but hate, wall-to-wall hate against Jews, against blacks, against gay Americans. If you were still unclear, and then there's this gentleman trying to make it even more clear. So he's not alone. There was swastikas in the crowd. And then we go to the Klan guys with their Klan symbolism. So, well, they called it Unite the Right, and I guess in some ways they did. Congratulations, you've united the Ku Klux Klan and the Nazis. If that's your version of the right wing, I didn't say it, you did. So these are horrible, horrible people. Not convinced yet? Let's go to someone that Fox News caught up with.
Sir, are you in charge here?
No.
Where are you guys headed, do you know?
Not exactly sure yet. Yeah, we're trying to survive. Dude, they're fucking gassing us, dude. Degenerates. The fucking Jew lovers are gassing us, man.
Pardon his French?
Again, not French. So it's every once in a while they'll say, no, the alt-right is not anti-Semitic. No, they don't like Muslims, they don't like Mexicans. What, that's okay? No, they just hate other people, not Jews, it's okay. They don't like the Black Lives Matter, they don't like any black Americans that stand up for their rights. They don't like any of those guys, but no, they don't hate the Jews. Does it look like they don't hate the Jews? Okay, you can say that's just one guy, but remember, they chanted "Blood and Soil," and the swastikas are kind of a dead giveaway. And then another chant rose up in the crowd, quote, "Jews will not replace us." Pretty sure their hatred goes all around. So here's the poster that they put up to try to bring people to this Unite the Right rally, filled with Confederate flags plus what is a facsimile of Nazi symbols. All right, here's another guy for you guys again, another swastika flag there. And so look, there weren't, this is damning with faint praise. There were less swastika flags than Confederate flags. Okay, so that looked like it might have been the same guy from the earlier picture. There was also weapons, so let's show you a picture of that. So a lot of guys showed up in militia outfits, and you can see the long guns there, and they're all ready to go. So again, there's a debate maybe that I started on whether the cops should have acted or not. I'm on the side of I understand why they were concerned, because you're going to draw weapons on those guys. They're going to draw weapons on you. And then they're going to tell you, oh no, weapons keep you safe. No, they don't. They make the situation far more hostile and far more volatile. And by the way, when people commit acts of violence, when they're armed, the cops are more reluctant to go in. It's gross all around. Here's more pictures. Again, these goofballs, I think James Fields Jr., the domestic terrorist that killed people in this march, was holding the similar shields. I don't know which part of the goofball army that is. I mean, look, they used to just be ridiculous goofballs. Now they're dangerous brown shirts who are actually killing people and having the president saying, I don't know, many sides do it. No, let me show you the pictures of the carnage here. This was not many sides doing this. That was James Fields Jr. who ran into people and caused this mayhem. Let's keep going. This is from the ACLU in Virginia that took pictures as you had, of course, Heather Heyer, who passed away, and then 19 others injured. So I can keep going all night long. Here, in fact, I'll give you a couple of last pictures here as we go through And sorry to subject you to that, but I want you to see what they actually did. And 35 people were treated overall. So last set of pictures for you guys. Again, the torches and the Confederate flags. And if you show up to a rally and someone says this is for a white nationalist and they hand you a torch, if you're not a white nationalist and you're not a racist, that would be the time to walk away. And if you say the Confederate flag doesn't stand for racism and you're standing next to a guy with a Nazi flag, that would be the time to walk away. And these guys did not do that, unfortunately. And it is picture after picture of the carnage. Okay, so that's who they are. Don't be mistaken about it. Help us build independent media together. Come join us, tytnetwork.com/join.